we're back again.
Welcome.
Week 3 and still going strong.
Show 7, and delighted to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And immediately, let us know in the chat if you're there. Let us know if you're watching.
Yes, there's the chat button, there's the like button, and please put comments in. Please say hello, and please, if you want to ask questions, if you want to take part in the show, we'd love to have you joining in. So please do that. What about the watch party we heard about?
Oh, yes, you can do watch parties.
Have you ever had a watch party?
Ooh, who's had a watch party?
Yeah.
Hands up. Oh, you can't put your hands up. No, forget it. No watch party. Forget it. Yes, watch parties are a big thing, apparently. I don't know.
Get together with some friends and watch a cup of tea.
And we have some great guests today, but we've got some future guests.
Yes, this is where we just sort of let you know what's coming up over the next few days.
We have a man looking like this, Keith, don't we?
Yes, that's right. The Lord Mayor is, well, that's the Lord Mayor of London.
Oh, that's not the one.
It's the Mayor of Troy.
Oh, the Mayor.
Mayor Ethan Baker is coming on. So if you have any questions,
doesn't he look like that?
No, he won't be turning up in a vehicle like that
right.
either.
And hello to Mike Thornton. Great to see you, Mike. Great to see you.
Actually, we also have a couple other interesting guests next week. We have a fireman coming on.
Lieutenant.
Is it lieutenant or lieutenant? Lieutenant. I think that's an English-American thing. I'm not sure about
Lieutenant Marley is coming in to chat to us about fire and fire safety when we're all at home so much.
And Mark Ridley from Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Hurrah, he's going to talk about comedy.
The biggest comedy producer in the area by far. He's going to be in for us next week as well. So all that's to come. And as we're Brits, one thing we always do is we talk about the weather.
And who did we ask for some great advice? It was, of course, our best friend Siri.
Alexa.
Rats.
One of two. Anyway.
Alexa. Oh, he said, Alexa, what's the weather going to be like? And she said, there's a 44% chance of snow tomorrow.
44% chance.
Oh, yeah, you hear it.
My only question is, we hear this all the time. There's a 44% chance of rain or a 30%. What does that actually mean? Does anyone know? I mean, does that mean that 44% of the people in the area are going to be snowed on? Or does it mean that there's a 44% chance that 44% of the people are going to be snowed on? It's just...
Darling, I'm losing the will.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's going to snow. If you're in Troy, if you're not, I don't know if any of you Brits are watching, but it's snowing here.
Well, you know what they say about Michigan? They say, if you don't like the weather, hang on for 15 minutes, it will probably change.
Don't they say that in England too?
They do as well.
Yeah, okay.
So, we have our tea?
We do. I'm on fruit tea again today.
Are you?
Yes. I'm on a little peppermint today to help with the digestion, ladies and gentlemen. Always good to have a peppermint tea.
Yes, but you were at a virtual cocktail party last night, weren't you?
I was.
Yes.
No, Cinco de Mayo.
A couple of days ago, that's right. Yeah.
Whatever that was.
We were
there.
thinking we should have a cocktail party here instead of a cup of tea. Have a couple of cocktails. Maybe there's a cocktail into a tea that we could have.
At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, darling.
Well, it's 7 o'clock in the UK, and we have some people who are watching there. We're just joining them for a drink.
I don't think that's a good idea. I truly don't, you know.
Anyway, on to today's show.
We're going to have magic from our very dear friend Fred Lenter.
Would you like to put your teeth in and say that again?
That wasn't good at all.
We're going to have another round of our new exciting game, Say Something in British, where we choose a British word and you have to guess what it means.
I like that. I do like that indeed. Yes.
Yes, from the Troy Chamber, we have the Director of Membership, Sheila Denstad, who's going to be on in a little while. But first...
A woman
with a claim.
A woman with a claim. She claimed, what does she claim?
She claims that we are wasting 40% of our closet space. And amongst other things, she can liberate that closet space, although I don't think we have 40% space in our closets.
No, I'm using mine really efficiently with shoes. Yeah. Truly efficiently.
More on that later, but let's see a couple of pictures of our guest when she was a little bit younger.
Yes.
There she goes. What is she doing?
She's stuck in a puddle.
She's stuck in a... I think we'll definitely have to ask her about that. Have we got another picture?
We do. She's looking great here. Obviously a little bit more grown up here.
She's updated her mode of transport, if nothing else.
She's got a horse. She's got a horse. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from somewhere.
Yeah, not far away.
Not far away.
Joe's Cleaning and Organising is the name of her company. She's a friend of ours. We've known her quite a while, but please give a huge round of applause for Joe Golder.
Yay!
You are a star. Hello, Joe.
How you doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
Doing fine. Yeah, in my organized office.
Yeah, show off.
Don't look around.
So before we get on to anything, I do have to ask you about that picture. This
wonderful
tricycle picture.
Yeah.
Why did you ride your tricycle into the lake? What's actually
because I could. Mom said it was okay.
She's a stroppy one. She's a stroppy one.
And that started off the way I am, a little bullheaded. Yeah, I'm gonna go and try do something that's difficult.
So was it a lake or was it a puddle in front of where you were?
It was actually on the street, and the street flooded is what happened. So yeah.
And where was that? Where was that?
It was in Hazel Park. Park. We grew up in Hazel Park and moved to Ferndale later on. But that was it was one of those floods that went over the storm drains, and it just flooded out the street.
That was the Great Flood of '67 or something like that, was it?
Well, maybe a little bit earlier.
No. 67's good enough. I think we'll go with 67.
I like 67.
So, Joe, you're a local. You're a local gal.
I am. I've been in Michigan all my life. Absolutely love it here. I wouldn't move anywhere else. I love all the water around. As you can tell, I started off with that water there.
Yeah.
And yep.
Perfect. Well, you've got some locals in. You've seen some names come up from Fogo de Chão. We've also got some folks coming in from the UK. So, you're international now, Joe. You're just international.
But you're a bit of an outdoorsy type person as well, aren't you? I looked into your LinkedIn profile, which is where we find out information about people now. And it says you used to be with Hiking Michigan. So you were obviously with the horse there and everything else, obviously an outdoorsy type person. Is that right?
Well, that's right. My husband is Hiking Michigan. He started it off. So when we met and everything, he was showing me all the different trails that are close by. And he's written a book, and it's got all like Stony Creek, Holly State Park, 11 state parks in the area. And he's got all the trails on there. Oh. So when we were dating, he would show me all these secret spots.
I'm going to ask you to share a secret spot then, if I may.
Well,
a favorite park or a favorite walk or something we can check out.
Well, there's beaver lodges and all that kind of stuff too, and natural springs. But what got me to be his wife was at one point I said, "Excuse me," and then I had to go pee in the woods. And after that he said, "You're the girl for me." You can go pee in the woods. You can go pee in the woods. I like you. Yeah, that's it. So I passed. That was my secret spot.
Fantastic. That sounds. I don't know if I want to visit that spot.
No, I don't think we do. There are some great parks around here. Great parks and great trails. Truly great.
Okay, it's time for our game. It is time to play. Say something in British. You don't have to say anything in British. I'll tell you what's going to happen. I've got a whole load of British words, which aren't well-known words in America, written on these cards. So to start off, we have to choose the words and just say stop anytime you want to.
Stop.
Okay, you happy with that? Fantastic. And the word we have for you is wassock. I'll just show you the word so you can see it there. I don't know if you can see there. Wassock or wassock or something. That's the word. Do you have any idea what a wassock is or a wassock?
I think it's "what's up" in British. with a British accent.
Yeah, good guess. Good. I like the guess. It's not correct. It's not correct. If anyone at home knows, please enter it into the chat, have a guess, and we'll see what we
can. Let us know what it says. Yes, let us know what it says. So that's brilliant, Joe. Absolutely great. I love that. Now, on that note of we have a word for you, but we also have a dilemma for you, a true dilemma about Keith and I that I thought you could solve.
Yeah.
And that is, I like to sort things out. I like to throw things away. I don't like to hoard. I
like piles. I'm not the type that takes preparation H. I just put things in piles and I kind of leave them there, and they kind of never get sorted out. So between the two of us, it's kind of like I'm a minor hoarder.
And Joe, you running your own company here, of Joe's organising. Tell us, what do we do?
What do you do? Well, since Keith has got some crap laying around, it's not good. Really, I feel sorry for you. But what can you do? You just have to start making piles, as you mentioned. You want to toss, keep, or donate. So right now you can't donate because all those places are closed. Salvation Army's closed. Humble Design, all those places that we were giving stuff away to. So we just got to wait. But it's going to be a mile long, queue. That's a British word, queue.
Very good. Very impressive.
Very good. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. Extra brownie points for you.
Thank you. And so it's going to take, a while for that to open up. And I think they're going to limit how much you can bring back, so donate.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's going to be a problem.
So, darling, we're going to just put them in more piles in the garage, though.
Yes, we'll pile about there. So tell us about this 40% that you claim you can save in the closet. How does that work? Well, I know Sarah's closet is pretty full.
I've got a shoe collection.
She's probably got a lot of eyeglasses in there, right?
Yeah, as well.
Yes. Yes. So what happens is most of the time everybody has a one shelf at eye level. So so there's a lot of wasted space above you and below you. So you take that shelf out and then you put what's double hang. Is what they call double hang. So you've already increased it by 50%.
We would do.
So there you go.
That's a very.
Joe, you've got a sale here already, and we haven't even
Fantastic.
Joe, just before we go, just give us a couple of tips about how to deal with this COVID on the cleaning aspect.
Yeah, it's been a learning curve for me too, because I was getting a phone call. Disinfecting. I didn't know as much about disinfecting as I do now, and the product that we use right now is CDC. The sanction on that and everything, the number and everything. So we know what to do. You have to clean first. You just can't be just spraying stuff all over the place. You have to clean it first, and then you put the disinfectant on, and then it takes like 10 minutes to dry. So that's how that works.
Okay. I mean, that's huge, isn't it? That is a big deal. It's spraying first, not touching it all. Yeah. Okay, right. We need to work on that, darling.
We need to work on that.
We're doing a lot of cleaning of hands, and you're going into companies left, right, and centre. I take it at the moment as they're preparing.
Right. We're getting ready for the offices to get back open. So they've been closed down, and they usually have a cleaning company, but they don't do deep cleaning. So we're getting into all the nooks and crannies, and then we're disinfecting it. Put a nice sign on the door, so that when the staff comes back and clients come back, customers come back, they'll feel safe. Peace of mind, just peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Sounds great.
Joe, thank you for that. We're going to ask you to come back and watch Fred later on, but we're going to bring you into our next guest. Are you okay to stay with us for a bit?
Oh, I love this. I want to learn some more. I want to learn some more British. I want to learn some more British words.
Go to work on your British words while I put a picture of this young lady up. Well, young. Here we go. Here she is, little.
Here's our next guest. Look at that grin.
How cute is she there?
Absolutely
gorgeous. And then here she is, a little bit older. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ta-da! Look at that. How good is that?
Now, should I make a comment about people who are meant to look like their pets? Because long curly golden locks.
No, definitely not, darling. Definitely not.
She hasn't changed a bit, ladies and gentlemen.
She's still grinning. She's still smiling.
She's still one of our friends who laughs a lot, and we love that about her. She is, amongst other things, the Director of Membership for the Troy Chamber of Commerce. So please welcome Sheila Denstead. Denstead. I can never say your name. How do you say it?
What happened to the big round of applause? Rubbish. Sheila.
Yes, darling.
On your name, on your last name.
Homestead. Say Homestead.
Homestead.
Then say Den.
Den.
Denstead.
Denstead.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, I know. Easy.
Now we can see your earlier pictures, how much of a laughter and a smiler you are. And you are one of those people that always picks out something funny for Facebook, which we love.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook.
Yes, we are.
Obviously, you have to be really good friends to be friends on Facebook. This is one that you put up recently, Sheila, which we loved, which we thought was very funny.
It's pretty wild how we used to eat cake after someone had blown on it. Good times. Remember those happy days?
Birthday cakes.
Make
Birthday cakes won't be the same.
So are you laughing through the lock-in?
I have to. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of good out there. Just don't hear about it enough.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. Look, you reinvented yourself. You have a show now to make us laugh.
Well, we do our best.
We do our best. Who are you in lockdown with?
My husband and my 11-year-old son.
No.
Yes.
Which is why you need to laugh, otherwise.
And drink. Yes.
Is he loving it?
Sure.
Did we detect just a slight note of sarcasm there, maybe?
Not at all. No.
We did meet him.
Mm.
We did meet him. He came along to the soiree.
Oh, that's right, because we had the family. Was it the family soiree you came
It
along?
was the Easter one. The Easter bunny was there.
That's right.
Last year.
Yeah.
The happy days when people could go out and have fun.
Yes.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
Absolutely.
They will be back. So tell us about, well, first of all, what are you drinking? Are we drinking tea?
It could be. It may be Stoli Doli. It may be red wine. We'll leave that to your imagination.
Stoli Doli.
Well, Stoli Doli.
What's the...
Stoli Doli, the signature drink of the Capitol Grill.
Ah.
It.
Oh, you see, we need to talk about some of these chamber members. How many members have you got?
Right around 700.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you know what the spread is between restaurants and businesses, other businesses?
I think we're right around 90 restaurants.
Okay.
So about 7.
That's right.
Because Troy is obviously a big commerce area. There's lots of business happens here, but the restaurants as well are very much a part of it. In fact, when we first moved here 10 years ago, we were kind of quite surprised how much people eat out, and eating out seems to be very much a part of life here in Troy. How are the restaurants doing, and how are they? Do you know if any of them are innovating or doing any new stuff at the moment to encourage us to keep supporting them through these times?
There's a variety of things going on. A lot of them that are open are they shifted over from in-person restaurant to deliveries to curbside, carry-outs. Some never have done carry-outs before or deliveries, and now they are. Some that weren't open were still donating food. Duck Donuts, a great example. They were closed. They were taking donuts to the hospitals, to first responders, to all the essential folks that were working. We've had some other members doing that. I know Fogo, who I see Kelly on there. Hi, Kelly. She and her team were bringing food to a lot of the hospitals. So they've been doing a lot of things to support the community, which has been fantastic.
Yeah, no, really good. And hence the cocktail hour I did with you was an after-hour virtual cocktail hour with Grandcaster, and we made margaritas. It was delightful.
How did they? When you said did they deliver them to you? Did they?
Maybe. It might be happening soon. Keep it on our website.
With a mixture of Zoom and some of these delivery services, maybe we could actually all share the same cocktail and actually get it delivered
At the same time?
No, maybe it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
But the chamber members are obviously being very innovative, and they're working hard. And that was your boss who just came up. We could show that again. It's always good when your boss tells you that you're a good girl. It's wonderful. Excellent. We're going to speak to Tara in a few weeks' time, so I'm excited about that. But go on. Sorry, Keith. You were going to say...
No, I was going to ask a question which I've never asked about you. But are you a Michigander all your life, or are you a recent mover here?
Born and raised in Detroit.
So I have a question for you that I'd like to know, which I'm asking lots of people. Green or blue?
Green.
Oh.
Nothing else.
No, blue. No, sorry.
Moving forward. Live entertainment in Michigan. Well, no, in Troy. Come on. How many members have you got doing live entertainment?
I can think of 2, and I'm talking to them now.
But that's weird. It's kind of surprises us that there isn't more live entertainment happening around the restaurants and around places like that, because it's such a vibrant area with people coming and going that you think they'd want more live entertainment.
Well, I know that Eddie V's had it for a while, and I think they still do. So some more are doing it. Some of the restaurants aren't set up for it, but I think you'll start seeing more and more to draw people back into the restaurants once we're able to go back to them.
Very true, very true. And of course, we've got the soiree at Camp Ticonderoga, who's also a member of yours.
Absolutely.
And they're closed down at the moment. They're keeping low at the moment. Like
everyone else?
Yes, absolutely. So the chamber's going well. We're happy. We're doing right. Membership's going well. I like that.
Did you ask Sheila about Wazzock?
Oh no, ask Sheila.
Did we ask you if you knew what a Wazzock was?
All right, so I've got a great guess.
Okay.
It's the name of the sock you lose in the dryer.
That's a very good
good.
I like
Look
it.
at that.
Oh, there's a hit. Martin Cox, who is from London, said, "I was one once." And I don't think he was a sock that got left in the dryer.
No,
so that's a
but
great guess. I like that.
Great
I like
guess.
that. It needs a word. It needs a word to describe that sock.
Well, look, before we see Fred, I'm going to bring Jo back in, and she's going to tell you one of her highlights of the Troy Chamber. She doesn't know it yet, but let's bring her back in. Okay, Jo, I know you are an avid member of the Troy Chamber. Tell me, how have they helped you over the years?
Over the years, I've met so many people there that have helped me in my career. Mary Oak was one that was a designer, and they actually built, joined the Builders Association, got some awards through there, and that's how I know Sheila, to tell you the truth. And then just all the events they have, mostly learning. That's what I like about it most. They really have a lot of things that'll help your business.
Yes, things with serious content and not words.
Yes,
like,
even we've been known to do some teachings.
We have done some teaching. We have done some teaching. Well, ladies, let us introduce you to our next guest, who is our final guest. Let's show you a little picture of him. You ready?
Be ready.
Oh.
I like this. Everyone looks at that picture and they immediately go, "Is he naked?" No, he is wearing something.
You're all moving a bit closer to the camera. You're all moving a bit closer. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
All I can say is that's one heck of a hose he's got there.
I'm not sure what he's doing there.
I think he's doing that Shakespeare bit. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio.
Well, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.
Fred Lenter. Yeah! Fred, wake up, Fred.
Whoa. Hi, kids.
Those of you who have never met him, this guy is he's one of the regular performers at our Magic Soiree. Although it's hard to see now, he's actually a very, very good technical close-up magician. I love his work. So we've invited him here to show us what he does. Fred.
But Keith, the funniest thing is this is the first time he's done it on Zoom, on this format, isn't it?
Oh, right, yes, first virtual show.
Virtual show.
Very nervous.
Are you? Don't be nervous, Fred.
You're a much friend.
Well, actually, I wanted to do a classic bit of magic for you today. I'm into the classics. Magicians have classics too, just like songs are classics. So I'm going to do a trick using a rope and a scissors, but I have to tell you, I really am nervous because I have not performed this trick for probably 25 or 30 years. So I'm winging it. I'm just glad that we're on tape delay and we're not live.
We are live.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah. Now.
We're live.
Yeah. Fred.
Hi, Mom. I always wanted to do that. Hi, Mom. Okay, well, I'm going to do the best I can. We've got a piece of clothesline rope here. Now, we take the rope in the middle and fold it up like that. I have to remember how to do this. We take a scissors and we cut the rope at the loops. No. We cut the rope at the loop. Good. So now we've got two pieces of rope. I remember what comes next very distinctly. We have to count the ends of the rope. Easy enough. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 ropes, of course, 4 ends. Then just give it. Oh, wait a minute. This is embarrassing. Can I start over? I'm so sorry. Let's start all over. I'm a semi-professional. I should know better. Now I remember. You're supposed to take the rope and tie it in a circle. This is the coolest thing you've ever seen. Check this out. I won't go near the rope. I don't even know how this works. Watch. You didn't buy that, did you? No. Check it out. So now we've got 2 pieces of rope, not exactly the same size. I'll tell you what, let me fix that real quickly. There we go. And so now all we have to do now is take 2 of the ends and give it. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing. Can I tell you a quick story about this trick?
Yeah, go.
I learned this trick when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. And Keith, you probably know this. There's certain people that once they hear you're a magician, they like to mess with you when you're doing your tricks, especially family members. So I'm doing this trick at a family party, and my Uncle Artie comes up. I cut the rope. I'm ready to put it back together again. And my Uncle Artie comes up, grabs the ropes, and says, I can do that trick. It's simple. And he does, of course, the obvious.
Guys are not in it.
Yeah. Ta-da! Everybody was laughing. I was totally upset. I was almost in tears, honestly. 11-year-old kid. So he hands me back the rope and he says, fix it. Well, I didn't know what to do, so I figured I'll do what I do best. Nothing. There we go.
Wow.
Do we have time for one more quick one?
Oh, for you, Fred, definitely.
Thank you so much.
You're a great guy in the UK.
Oh, can you see this? I hope you can see. This is a dollar bill.
Yeah.
Notice I rolled up my sleeves.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing in my hands. I'm going to turn the dollar bill into 4 quarters right in front of your eyes.
Okay.
Check it out. I'm going to fold up. The bill will never leave your sight. Don't take your eyes off that dollar bill.
I'm watching.
And the dollar bill. Oh boy, this is just not my day. Honest to goodness, I turned it into 4 quarters, but not the way I wanted. Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh,
Some days you just shouldn't wake up. Honest to God.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That is absolutely crazy.
Absolutely.
Fred, you're a genius. Big round of applause.
For everybody. For everybody.
Fred, we asked everyone else about the word wazzock. Have you any idea what a wazzock is?
Well, Martin Cox kind of gave it away. I assume it's a bald eagle.
Oh.
Sorry,
I
Martin.
like where you're coming from. I like where you're coming from.
No.
So I will tell you, a wazzock is a British word which we use. Actually, the best American equivalent would be to call someone a dipstick.
Ta-da!
A wazzock is another word for like calling someone a dipstick.
So, darling, I can say you're a real wazzock.
You can, yes.
That's not loving, is it?
No, it's not loving and kind and encouraging. And we are encouraging, kind, loving people.
Yes, so I wouldn't say that.
No, so we wouldn't say that. But we do like to finish this show off with a positive thought. So,
Positive.
oh, whoever CV is, a stupid person.
Yeah, well done.
Probably referring to me.
So let's go around the room and see if we can have a positive thought from our guests. Firstly, as you're in the top right-hand corner of my screen, we'll go to Sheila.
Sheila, positive thought.
I think we talked about it a little bit off screen. We've seen a lot of lemons given to a lot of people lately. They're reinventing themselves and they're making some amazing lemonade, and they're going to share it with all of us very soon. So it's all positives out there.
I think it is. That's a
Thank
good
you
thought.
for that. That's
Fred,
really-
Fred, have you got a positive thought for us?
Well, my positive thought is to keep a stiff upper lip, and my philosophy, laugh a lot. Laughter is the best medicine for everything.
Yeah.
As I always say, people like us should be available on everyone's health insurance.
Yeah, really.
Because laughing makes you feel better.
Really. Absolutely.
And Joe, what positive thought have you got for us?
Well, I think that people thought it was fun to clean their own house for a while, and now I think they're bored with it. So I'm going to be real busy. And then not only that, there's going to be 2 households because people are going to get divorced. So now I'm going to be organizing 2 houses instead of 1.
I'll tell you, it's also true. It's also true that our houses are going to be a lot dirtier because we've been spending more time in them.
So much.
Oh, yeah.
So you for one
That's
person,
true.
are going to be very busy, my friend.
Yes,
That's
very
true.
busy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for joining us, all you folk out there in the ether,
Yes.
internet.
Don't forget, we're here every Tuesday and every Thursday at 2:00 Eastern. That's New York time, Detroit's time, that sort of side of the country.
7 o'clock in the UK, although you should be having a gin and tonic by now.
Yeah.
Lovely lovely to see you again. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Had a
so
lot of
much.
fun.
Thank you.
Wonderful show. Keep it going. I love it. I've watched every
lot of fun.
episode.
Cool. See you all again soon, everyone. Bye.
Bye.